we will be doing this Vrindavan parikrama virtually. And there are so many places. Actually, Vrindavan, even now it has more than 5,000 temples. 5,000 temples. But then before the invasion of Muslims from, like they are all coming from the west side of India, they actually destroyed so many temples. Thousands of temples gone. So otherwise we would be having maybe even 10,000 temples. So now only 5,000 temples are there. So these are all the places where so many leelas, so many activities, divine activities of Lord Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So when he really descended into this earth 5,000 years ago, this is the place where he enacted all those. So now it is the Kartik parikrama time. So there will be 1 month of all the devotees coming from all over the world. They will flock to the Braj Bhumi. Braj Bhumi means Vrindavan. For the pilgrimage parikrama, they will be visiting so many holy places. Some devotees even do not have any place to stay. And they simply sleep on the street and desperate to do the parikrama very early morning. They get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and start the parikrama there. It is wonderful. It's all going on there. And we used to do parikrama every year. And this time we are going to do, because I will be going to India in January, and then in March we are going to do parikrama. But this time is completely filled with so many devotees, wonderful. But anyway, there are so many holy places in the entire India, because India is the origin of all the religions actually, except probably Islam. But even Jesus Christ also came here for those 12 years missing in the Bible. He was in Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri temple, and also in Kashmir. So then he came. That is why the 12 years is missing in the Bible history. Anyway, so of these holy places in the entire world, the one in Bharat Bhumi, where Bhagavan always coming and going and coming and going. So, and now there are a lot of holy places, but there is also a difference in different holy places. So here this verse is from Upadesamrita saying, you all heard about Vaikunta. So this place where we are going to be talking about is Mathura. The Mathura is the place where Lord Krishna appeared in the prison of Kamsa, that time ruling. So there is a big history that you all know. So this Upadesamrita saying, Vaikunda janito vara madhupuri tatrapi raso tvavat Brindaranyam udarapani Ramana tatrapi govardhanaham Radha kundam ihapi gokulapade Premamrita plavanat Kuryadasya virajato kiritate Sevam vivekinakaham. So what it is saying is, this place called Mathura, which we are going to be visiting today virtually, is superior to Vaikunda, where Lord Narayana is there. Why? Because Lord Krishna appeared here. This is why it is famous. There is no appearance lila in Vaikunda. Then again, superior to Madhurapuri, Mathura, where Krishna appeared in the prison of the Kamsa's prison, right? Is again, so superior to Mathura is forest of Vrindavana. Because Krishna did Rasalila pastimes there. He danced wonderful. All the gods and gods and gods. So many could really come and then see. And how everybody was just, then millions of, all bridge, the damsels of bridge, everybody was all dancing. And even superior to the forest of Vrindavana is Govardhana. Why? Because Lord Krishna lifted Giri Govardhan in his left pinky. That's it. He was carrying the whole Govardhan hill. He was holding it just in one pinky. And then above all is Radha Kunda. Why? Because it is the place filled with and flooded with nectarian pastimes with prema. This is the place where the highest bhava, which is prema, is displayed. So in this special Vrindavan Parikrama series, we will be seeing only 4 of them because there will be 4 weeks in a month. So today we are doing Mathura, and the next Sunday we will be doing Vrindavana, but only not all of the place because you need one whole month. You have to see all whole month, you have to keep on visiting places and places. Still it won't be really possible to cover everything. So Mathura today, next week's Vrindavana, so do not miss these series. Then Govardhana and Radha Kunda. Okay? So with that said, yes, now what you are seeing is a night time. Look at here, this actually just photograph you sometime back only, and you will see this is the entrance to see the place where Lord Krishna has appeared. And also this Mathura, if you see the Mathura, there is Yamuna river is flowing nicely. So Mathura is superior to Vaikunda. That's why Vaikunda janito vara madhupuri tatrati rasot vasavat. So, but anyway, now we will go in some more detail in the sense, what is all about this Mathura? There are so many holy places on this earth to give moksha. Everybody is going for moksha. Moksha means liberation. Liberation means, some religions, they think going to heaven is the highest thing. No. Heaven is not the highest place. Abode of Krishna is way higher than these heavens, 7 heavens or 11 or 14 heavens or whatever we are talking about. These are only in this universe. There are innumerable universes which our Vedas are talking about. So here on this earth where we are, there are 7 holy places that can give moksha, liberation. Ayodhya, that is the place where Lord Ram appeared. Mathura, that is the place where Lord Krishna, this Vasudeva Krishna. See, Vasudeva Krishna appeared here. Because at the same time, in Gokul Vrindavan also, Krishna appeared as Swayam Bhagavan to Yashoda and Nanda Baba. Now, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, that is Haridwar. Mayapuri means Haridwar, then Kashi, Kanchi, then Avantika, that is Ujjain, and Dwaraka. All these places, if you visit, you will be liberated. Of all these, Mathura is special. Why Mathura is very special? Because birthplace of Lord Krishna, Vasudeva Krishna. So by residing in Mathura for only one day, if you go and reside, attains devotion to Krishna. So bhakti will come. Devotion to Krishna will come. And if you reside in Mathura 3 nights, one will get love for Krishna, which is very difficult to get even for great souls. Person souls, it's not easy to get the love for Krishna. And this Mathura can never be annihilated. Means when these worlds are getting annihilated, right, with all destruction, then again creation, destruction, creation. Like this, it's all going on. So Mathura is never going to be annihilated. Also, Navadvip, etc. There is also another planet we know that is not annihilated, is Dhruva planet, Dhruva Maharaj. You all know the story of Dhruva Maharaj. 5 years, when he was 5 years, right? Because he really wanted to get on the lap of his father. He was a king. But he had 2 wives, and this Dhruva was actually the son of second, the first wife, the king neglected. So Dhruva Maharaj, in a fury, anger, he really wanted to give, come out and to the Vrindavan. We are going to see the place. I will show you the photo where Dhruva Maharaj actually came and met Narada Muni. So in the beginning of Satya Yuga, Satya Yuga, then you have the Treta Yuga, then Dwapar Yuga, and then Kali Yuga. We are in Kali Yuga right now. And now that in the Satya Yuga, the Dhruva met Narada Muni. That place. This place I will show you exactly what the place is. So then Dhruva Maharaj took bath in the Yamuna at the Dhruva Ghat. That name, Ghat means a place to take bath in the river. It's a place, there will be steps so that you can really go, get into the river, then take bath. That is called Ghat. Ghat. So Dhruva Ghat. Like that, there are a lot of ghats. I think there are 24 ghats or something, and we will see. On the bank of Yamuna river, which is flowing like a crescent moon there, like that. Okay? And he accepted the mantra from Narada Muni that time. This is Satya Yuga. Anyway, this is one of the parikrama that we all did with our devotees 2021 or something. I'm just putting that for, just for the Harikatha purpose. Then now we will get into this parikrama. The first thing that we are going to see is that these gods which you are talking about, this is called Vishrama Ghat. So Mathura has, there are 24 gods, the place where you can take bath, you can dip in there, right? And in Mathura, holy river Yamuna flows as a crescent shape. See the map there? Like that. See the that blue color, this thing? That's like a crescent. And the southern side of Yamuna, there are 12 of them. And the northern side is another 12. And in between right there, in the middle is Vishrama Ghat. It's in the center, about in the center. So for all the Tirtha places, there is a king of all the Tirthas. That is Prayag. So actually there are so many holy rivers in Bharatbhumi. Because India, Bharatbhumi is very sacred. Everything is sacred there. Why? Because that portion is the one which is a hub connecting to the spiritual world. That is why Jesus Christ came here. Otherwise, why should he really come here? So that is why this is called Punya Bhumi. Bharata Bhumi is Punya Bhumi. Why? That place, that is the only, that starting actually descend through the Himalayas. Where the Himalayas, we cannot see that. It is in the spiritual dimension. It is a hub connecting to the spiritual dimension. Okay, that is why all those, the rishis and everybody, they really go to Himalaya to do meditate. Why? That is directly they will be able to connect quickly. So now all the tirthas, right? You have mountains, you have all the holy places and all the rivers. Of all the rivers, there's a king. It's called Prayag. It's a spiritual dimension. It's not something what we can see. But even Prayag, the king of all the sacred places, is called Tirtha Raja. Tirtha means taking dip in holy river is called Tirtha. Even Prayag worship is Yamuna. He comes here and then takes bath. Okay. Anyway, so we will go only very few of the gods. So what you see is Vishrama Ghat. So this Vishrama Ghat is the place where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he came, he took bath here as the very first thing. Now this is called Chakra Tirtha. Okay, see the thing? Because I am putting some picture so that this is the Chakra Tirtha, which is just one of the place where you can go in, and then Yamuna actually flows all the way there, but sometimes Yamuna, the water is less and sometimes too much, and it floods everywhere also. So you all know the story of Ambarisha Maharaj. So this is the place where, near to this place was the palace of this Ambarisha Maharaj. And in Satya Yuga, Satyuga means, right, there you have the Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. This is Kali Yuga. In the Satyuga, Durvasa Muni arrived here, this place. That is how we read that in Srimad Bhagavatam. So he wanted to test the devotion of Ambarish Maharaj. And across the Yamuna, though if you really cross this and then go further, that is a place where Durvasa Muni stayed. It's the other side. It's the other side of Yamuna, Durvasa Muni stayed. Okay? So that temple, that Durvasa Muni temple is also under the management of our Srila Gurudev. So later, Durvasa Muni appeared in his dream to really take his temple and then maintain. That was the reason why our Gurudev took care of the temple. Anyway, so Durvasa Muni who is Durvasa Muni? One Amsa. Amsa means one expansion of Lord Shiva actually. Anyway, so this Chakratirtha is the same place. Durvasa Muni, when he came, crossed the river from the other side and came to this place and came to the palace of Ambarish Maharaj. He came with something like 60,000 disciples. And then he really took bath here. This is the very place where you see some water there. If you go to, because you have to have spiritual eyes to really see all these places too. And Durvasa Muni purposefully delayed and showed up later because he was really waiting to test Ambarish Maharaj whether he was really breaking the fast on the right time. And he got, then he just came and Ambarish Maharaj was waiting, but you have to break the fast on the Dwadasi on the right time. And the time was running and finally he said, okay, for me, bhakti is important than any guest or anyone. Okay, he took the water and immediately Durvasa Muni entered into there. So, wow, you made a big mistake. You are dishonoring me. So he got angry and then pulled one hair from his head and then dashed on the floor and it became a demon, big demon. Oh, it was about to kill Ambarish Maharaj. But then what happened to her? Right from the body, from inside the body of Ambarish Maharaj, because Lord Krishna says, every pure devotee, he puts a chakra to take care of, protect. We don't have to ask for. It's already, he makes it. And the chakra came from the body of Ambarish Maharaj and it killed the demon, cut the neck out. Right there. Because of that chakra came from the body of Ambarish Maharaj at this place. This place is called Chakra Tirtha. Tirtha means a place where you take bath. There will be stairs. See that there are some stairs there so that you can get into the river and then take bath. Okay? Even today, Chakra Tirtha and Ambarisha Tila. So if you go a little further inside, okay, there is something there. If you go there, you can see the remnants of the palace, where that's called Ambarisha Tila. Anyway, so I cannot cover all the places. So they are all the witnesses of this history that happened in Satya Yuga. And what you see right now, this is again one of the 24 gods that I mentioned. This is called Durva God or Durva Tirtha. Again, what's that? God means it's a place where you can get down. Yeah, so this is the place where so many devotees come and then deep. And this is the very place where the Durva Maharaj, when he ran away from home because of the insult by her, the stepmother, and now looking for Lord Narayana to do tapas, to come in the forest and do meditation, he came to the same place. And Narada Muni descended from the spiritual dimension, spiritual world, and he appeared. And he was the one who gave the mantra, 12-syllable mantra to Dhruva Maharaj. And using that mantra, only he entered into the forest after Narada Muni left, and he was meditating and he was chanting the mantra again and again, standing in one leg. He was standing in one leg for so many months. We cannot really stand in 1 month for one leg for a long time. But he was so strong. And even after that, he stopped eating anything, no drinking, nothing, no eating. Then eventually, nothing. He was only taking only air. And this was how he was doing very, very great tapas, austerity. And Vishnu appeared. Vishnu appeared. Actually, if you go near the area, I am not putting every place, and Gurudev used to take us there very nicely. And there is a place where this Durga Maharaj actually meditated. There is a temple there actually. Anyway, maybe next time when we do that, I will put all those things also. All right. So this is the Durga Ghat, okay, where Narada Muni met Durga Maharaj. And the Durga Maharaj actually then, after getting the mantra, then he went inside. Inside, that's another temple. So I think what you are seeing right there is, you may see a small temple place there. That is basically where he started meditation. It was a forest, big forest that time. And now, talking about Yamuna. So this place is very special because you see there is an arrow that I have put. That arrow I have really put. So that arrow is a special place. This is called Saraswati Patana Tirtha. Saraswati Patana Tirtha means this is called Krishna Ganga Ghat. What is that Krishna Ganga Ghat? There you go. The ancient river that sunk below ground. Remember there is a Saraswati river. It is mentioned in all the Vedas where the Vedic civilization actually evolved. That Saraswati river is missing now. Where is it? Actually, now from the satellite photography, and because the technique, the radiation technique and all those things, so they have really found out there is a river flowing just below the surface of the earth near here. And those times, Saraswati river was also actually flowing here. So the ancient river that sunk below the ground, the Saraswati river, used to meet the Yamuna at the same place. Now it has gone down. Okay, so anyway, I would have put the satellite picture also. It's proving that actually whatever that they are really saying in the Vedas, they are all completely truth. So another name for the river Saraswati is Krishna Ganga. Krishna Ganga. So this Tirtha therefore is called Krishna Ganga Ghat. So here what is special about? You all know who really wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, who revealed Srimad Bhagavatam, and also who really divided these 4 Vedas, who is Vedavyasa. His name was Sri Krishna Dvaipayana Vedavyasa. He took birth in that from Matsagandhi, right? So that's the same place. That's the arrow that I am putting. That is a place he was born from whom? From his father. His father is the one who really wrote the Vishnu Purana. Anyway, so this is a place. So he took birth from Matsyagandhi, Satyavati, on this island in the Yamuna there. So this is the same place also. Remember when after writing all these Puranas, Vedavyasa was not happy. Parasara Muni. Okay, very nice. Thank you. That's good. So the father of Vedavyasa was Parasara Muni, who was the one who actually initially compiled Vishnu Purana. Okay. Anyway, so after that, this Vedavyasa really took that Purana also and then narrated. But the original composer of the Vishnu Purana is actually this Parasara Muni. Okay. All right. So this is the same place where Sri Vedavyasa met his Guru Narada Muni. Remember, after he wrote all these Puranas and Upapuranas and Mahabharata, he was not happy at all. They are not actually spiritual. I mean, they are not devotional scriptures. Devotional scripture is Bhagavatam. So before he was revealing Srimad Bhagavatam, he got frustrated and he was actually calling his Gurudev Narada Muni, who came and appeared there in that island. But now it got the island is small, big, I don't know what happened because, in the age, so many things will happen, but still it is there. So that is also the same place he received Srimad Bhagavatam in trance. That was the same. So this is very, very special place actually. What I'm showing us with the red mark. Okay. And later, this is the one who Sukadev Goswami narrated to Parikshit Maharaj. Okay. Now let us go for a few more. Okay. I have to watch on the timing because I have to end on right time because then I have to switch to the India, Kanyakumari program in Tamil. Anyway, so this Vishram Ghat, I really mentioned that also. It is a special tirtha. Tirtha means is a taking bath, a place to take bath in the river. So here, this is the place where Gurudev takes us to. Before we starting the parikrama, Vrindavan parikrama, Kartik parikrama, this is the place where we all will stand in the river inside and take Yamuna water and we chant mantra. It's called, Sankalpa. Okay, Sankalpa. What is Sankalpa? I actually gave a class on Sankalpa to the world, this Vaishnava Sangha, some time back. Sankalpa means that is a lot of things. You are saying, you are committing yourself, you are committing. Everything needs a commitment, right? Suppose you want to get a degree, you want to write, so you have to take an institution, right? You have to join and then, so you have to have a commitment, isn't it? So you have to register. So like that, you take some Sankalpa means determination and oath. As I will do this parikrama to my full extent, with all my everything, my body, mind, everything, only parikrama. That is what the Sankalpa means. So this is a place Gurudev actually chants the mantra to take the Sankalpa. Okay. And here, why it's called Vishrama Ghat? The word Vishrama, or the root word is Vishrandi. Vishrandi means in Sanskrit, taking rest. It's a resting place. Resting place of what? After Krishna killing Kamsa, he took rest here. That's why it is called Vishrama Ghat. And now also, I told you that when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to see Vrindavan and he rolled on the mud, on the dust of Vrindavan, every place and crying and crying and crying. Very first thing what he did was he came to the same place, what you see, and took bath in this Vishrama Ghat. Also, there are a lot of more stories are there. Because Yamuna is there all the way. Not only 5,000 years ago, all the way. So when, in ancient times, Lord Varahadeva, because he was the one who lifted this earth from the Garbha, right? So remember, actually because of the Hiranyaksha actually took this earth and then put it in the Patala. He really pushed it all the way down. They are very powerful demons, look at. And what happened was that Lord Varahadeva also, after, just lifting the Mother Earth back and then putting in the spin again as we are on, he also rested then in the same place. So this is resting place. That is why Vishrama Ghat. Vishram, right? That means resting. And while he was resting at this place, Lord Varahadeva spoke about the glories of Brajamandal. To whom? To the same Bhuma Devi, the earth, Mother Earth. Because earth is a manifestation for a physical manifestation. But there is a goddess who is Bhumi. Who is Bhumi Devi? Bhumi means earth. Bhudevi. Alright. So he was instructing about the glories of this Brajamandal parikrama that we are doing in virtually today. And these descriptions are actually can be found in a Purana called Adi Varaha Purana. So in this Adi Varaha Purana, you can read all these glories of Vrindavan. Oh, it goes on and goes on and goes on. Wonderful. This is another one. But anyway, as you all know, we are actually doing the Vrindavan Mahimamrita by Prabodhananda Saraswati. So like that, this is the Adi, this Adi Varaha Purana was what? Who narrated that one? It was narrated by Lord Varahadeva. That's why it's Adi Varaha Purana. Now, so this regarding the Vrindavan Mahimamrita, actually Prabodhananda Saraswati compiled 100 chapters. Each one is a Shataka. Each chapter is Shataka. Shataka means hundreds. Every Shataka, every chapter had 100 slokas. Like that, look at here, 100 chapters, each one had 100 slokas. So we are talking about how many now? 10,000 slokas. But the problem is, we got only 22 sadakas, everything else gone, destroyed, gone. Remember when the Muslims came, also they were doing so many, they were burning so many of our scriptures. So now 22 sadakas there, out of that only 17 could be really printed. And the book that I am reading it has only 15 actually. So look at here, this is the same thing. Of the Vedas, look at here, we have only 6% of the original Vedas we had. See, suppose you have a book of 100 pages, you got only 6 pages, how can you say that I have learned Vedas now? Because everything was burned. Anyway, so also if you have read this Bhagavad Gita, essence of Bhagavad Gita, this happened about 100 years, some few hundreds years ago. One day, remember, there was a devotee who really got up in the midnight, instead of morning coming to this, taking bath in the same place, this place. He took bath, but it was a midnight because he did not have any alarm clock. Those days, nothing. By looking at the Dhruva Nakshatra only, they know what the time is. See that? So this is how they really see. And that time it was a storm was there and he could not find out what the time was, and midnight he came here and he got lost. He took bath in the cold, but then he lost. And it was stormy night. He did not know how to go back to his home. Every day he used to do puja and all those very, very great. Then what happened was, after taking bath in this same place, then he got lost. He didn't know which direction to go. And a small boy came with a small light, lantern. Remember lantern, they will say, lantern. That was Krishna. Anyway, you read that essence of Bhagavad Gita. I gave that thing to Shyama Devi actually. So she may be able to read that. So I gave the PDF book for the Satsanga to really read. This is a very good book, small book. That story is there. When you read, remember this one. Then also, as you know, the entire Vrindavan, all the 4 sides, 4 directions of Vrindavan, it's all protected by Sadashiva. Lord Shiva is the Amsa of Sadashiva. Lord Shiva is many. Every Brahmanda there is a Lord Shiva. Sadashiva is only one. From whom all the Shiva, then from Shiva comes these Rudras will become. For our planet, it is only 11 Rudras are there, for not our planet, our Brahmanda. So anyway, so this Sadashiva is the one who protects the Dham in all 4 directions, in every temple. After offering the Naivedyam to Lord Krishna, and the prasadam that we get will be first given to Sadashiva. This Sadashiva is also called Mahadeva, topmost of all the Devas. Demigods, he is top. And Lord Shiva is the first Vaishnava. He is actually He is actually a devotee of Krishna. That is why in Srimad Bhagavatam we see Vaishnavanam yada Shambhu. This Shambhu is Sadashiva. So his main purpose is to protect the Vaishnavas, and then in the Srishti Leela of Krishna, he is the one who really annihilates, basically, that destroys this world, and then so that creation again happens. Okay, so in the Brajamandala, he accepts the first prasadam from Lord Krishna goes to him. He has different names in different places. This is Pipaleshwara Mahadeva, sitting in one of the 4 directions of Mathura. And then here is another one. We have Rankeshwara Mahadeva. He is one of the other 4 directions again. I don't remember exactly what side was. Again in another direction, this is Bhuteshwara Mahadeva. And then in the northern direction of Mathura, Sadashiva also manifested as Gokarna Mahadeva. If you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you will be actually seeing something about this Gokarna. Gokarna means one who has got the ears of like cow. Okay, there is a history there. And you have to remember the Harikatha that I gave long time back. So Gokarna was a devotee who was born with ears of a cow. And he was the one who recited Srimad Bhagavatam to his dead brother who was haunting as a ghost because of the sins he did. And this Gokarna, what you see, he was the one who narrated Srimad Bhagavatam and gave liberation to his dead brother who was as a ghost. Then he shed the ghost body out and he got liberated. What will happen when one actually hears Srimad Bhagavatam? They get liberated. Okay. So this place, so it's called Gokarna Mahadeva. That he worshipped the Lord Sadashiva at this place, and this same Mahadeva he worshipped is there. Is Gokarna Mahadeva because he worshipped. Also a very famous temple in Mathura is the Dwarakadeshwara. Dwarakadeshwara temple. Dwarakadeshwara, this is Lord Krishna in the mood of, in how he was in Dwaraka. Remember, he then went to this, who went there? Not Nandanandan Krishna did not go. When Akrura really took Balaram and then Krishna, when they crossed the Yamuna, they changed, everything changed. So the Swayam Bhagavan became Aprakat, and then the same Vasudeva Krishna, who really came here, that he manifested there in Mathura. He was the one who really killed the elephant and everything, and then also killed the, all those. Okay, I'll cover all those anyway as we go. Yeah. Okay, I had to go little. Okay. But anyway, so this temple was actually installed by Vallabhacharya. He is actually coming in the Kumara Sampradaya. Okay. So this is a very special place. So many people will go there actually. Okay. All right. So I have to go a little quickly. Now let us see. This is the Janmastan. This is the birthplace. So the birthplace of Krishna, as you all know, Janma means taking birth. Stan means place. So that means Janmastan means it's the place where Krishna took birth. But actually Krishna doesn't, he is unborn, right? He is God. But he appeared in this world through as a baby here now. Actually, in this place he did not appear as a baby. He appeared as Narayana. Lord Narayana came here actually. So how he really appeared there in Gokul as the baby. Okay, so here he appeared as Lord Narayana. Then upon request by Vasudeva and Devaki, then he became the baby so that he could be really carried to Gokul. That's a different story altogether. So this is the place where you see the entrance to the place where a lot of people are waiting. But unfortunately, when the Muslims invaded this place, they demolished the jail. And there is a little underground of the jail, you can actually see that. So actually it's very bad, very sad that they really constructed a big mosque on top of this place. And to see the birthplace of Lord Krishna, where you saw that they are all lining up, they will go inside, and then afterwards they will be actually getting through under this mosque only. It's a very bad situation. So now there are some court cases coming. Remember how Ayodhya was completely destroyed by Muslims, and then then the mosque was put. Then by the court case that was destroyed basically. Then they were given another place. So now the Ayodhya is back. So similarly, there is a thing going on here, and they are really going back to the time where how it was. And then the court case is still going on. Hopefully that we will actually get the thing so that this mosque can be really moved away somewhere else. So very, very atrocious thing they did. Because they think that whatever Allah or whatever is the supreme. That's what they are thinking. But Allah is just one of the names so many names are there for the Lord. God is only one. But what is the thing? Whatever the way you really want to worship is your wish. How can he force that, you cannot really have deity, you cannot have... That is, no. Everybody has their own way. They are all different. Anyway, so if you go inside, look at the thing on the left side there. On top is that mosque. And then you are actually the place where you see is under the, kind of a dungeon under the mosque you are going. And then you see just a little small place only they have given. And what you see on the right side, you cannot take picture, by the way. This is a picture that is somehow is coming on our Brajamandal Parikrama book by our Gurudev. And there it is there. I just took it from there. I scanned it. And actually, once what happened was in West Bengal, there were some Muslims where actually just God called up a small king, and they really sprayed something about dirty. They took some water from the meat they are eating and they sprayed on this king somehow. So then once it is done, he's no more a Hindu or like that. He was dispelled out. So he said, okay, now I have been, the thing is I cannot be, I am bad now. I became dirty because of the meat, water that has been sprayed on me by Muslims forcefully. So he came to here to leave his body, to kill himself, saying, what is the use of this again? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at that time came here and he saw this person called Subuddhi Raya. He said, no, come here. Okay, then he said, chant the name of Krishna, you are purified. And this is this is how Subuddhi Raya, the small king of Bengal, then finally, he said, yes, now I am serving you. And completely he actually surrendered to Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he said, because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's touch. And also he said, you chant the Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's it. That will take care of delivering you. Done. Okay. So that also happened in Mathura. And very near to the Janmastan, where the prison of Kamsa was there, where Vasudeva and Devaki were imprisoned, there is a wide pond near here named Pavitra Kunda. Remember, Kamsa killed so many children, isn't it? 6 children were killed, one after another. Babies were born, killed. And whenever Devaki gave birth to those children, and from the prison, there is a patala, the underground pathway to come to this place to take bath. So this is the place that she used to really clean the cloth. Remember, because all blood, right, when giving birth. So this is a place where she actually, she used to take bath. And also, even otherwise also, every day, this is a place they were allowed to really come and then take bath. Then they will be back in shackle again. Okay, so this pond was previously called Pavitra Kunda. Now they are calling, there is another name also they are calling Potra Kunda. Pavitra means actually, Pavitra means, giving birth. So you really take bath after giving birth. That is called Pavitra. Pavitra means actually it is a umbilical cord. After that. So now it's called changed. Now it's called Potra Kunda. Anyway, as you all know, Kamsa tried to kill Krishna in so many ways. That was part of the Leela. So he sent so many asuras and demons. But Krishna and Balaram killed all of them. As every attempt failed, Kamsa prepared to a master plan. In the disguise of an invitation to a tour, Kamsa planned to bring Krishna and Balaram for sightseeing. And actually kill them in Mathura. That is why he sent Akrura, one of his ministers, for bringing Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. So Akrura was bringing. That was the time all these gopis were they just came and blocked in front of the chariot. If you want to take Krishna from here, it will happen only after our death. And they really put their bodies in front of the chariot. Then Krishna has to say, I will come tomorrow, don't do it. Like that, finally, somehow gopis were crying and crying. That is a place called, that is there in the Uttava Kyari. That is over there. Anyway, so that's a different thing we will try to cover as much as we can. So now Akrura is actually bringing Krishna and Balaram to the other side by crossing Yamuna. This is the time that Krishna becomes Aprakat. And now he goes as Vasudeva Krishna back. Okay. So then he really comes here. This is the fort. What you really see is the fort of that Kamsa exists even today. He got a big fort. And Kamsa was an evil king. He had arrested his own father, Ugrasena, and put him in the jail. This is the fort of Kamsa that we can see even today. As you see at top left, it is the side of Yamuna river, by the way. You know, on the left side, a little photo I have put. See the other side? See, other side you see the Yamuna there. When Krishna and Balaram entered Mathura, Kamsa had already said to jet the giant elephant called Kuvalayapida to kill Krishna. So that elephant was given alcohol to make it mad. The mad elephant Kuvalayapida, who had been trying to kill the two brothers, blocked the entrance, waiting to receive a signal to kill Krishna. When Krishna and Balaram came near, the signal was given to the elephant, and the elephant was madly running to kill them. See here, see on the left side. See, Krishna is there. It's a very huge elephant. And when when Krishna and Balaram came near, yes, so now elephant is about to charge and then kill him. But Krishna and Balaram, they just killed the elephant and even took this tusk. Each one took one tusk and the elephant fell finished. And if you go to Mathura, there is a Samadhi place of Kuvalayapida, which you see on the right side. You see that? That's the place. That's the place where the dead elephant was buried. And Krishna and Balaram, after killing the elephant, they were just carrying the tusk on their shoulder, and then like the blood was just all shedding from the remember, like, because when you really break, of course, a lot of blood coming. And Krishna and Balaram were then walking towards the arena to do this wrestling. Flowers bedecked splendid arches, gateways, and an enormous bow of Shankara was placed at the front of that arena. Actually, there is a Shankara bow. It was given by Lord Shiva. That bow cannot be really lifted even. And it was said, whoever lifting that bow will kill Kamsa. And Krishna went there. He lifted just like that and broke it. Like Lord Rama broke that arrow, that again. And when Krishna entered that arena, he effortlessly picked up the bow with his left hand, not even right hand, left hand, just like this. And in front of everyone, he strung the bow with a moment and pulled the string in such a way that the bow broke into pieces, making a thunderous sound. This was echoing all the way to the wrestling arena where Kamsa is sitting there. And all these wrestlers were ready to really face Krishna and Balaram. And the fighting was going on, and fighting started. Yes, you can read so much of descriptions in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So the wrestling festival began. Many gigantic and fiery wrestlers such as Chanura, Mushtika, Sala and Toshala, so many very powerful wrestlers were ready for the wrestling match inside the arena. Kamsa, together with his friends and prominent citizens, were seated on an elevated platform. Krishna and Balaram were about to enter the wrestling arena with the elephant's two tusks that I mentioned. And yes, he's just walking there. There everyone was seeing Krishna differently. This is the beauty. If you read the whole Srimad Bhagavatam, you can really see how everyone is seeing Krishna differently. These wrestlers were actually, you see, all the evil persons were seeing Krishna as just a Lord of death. And all the mothers were all seeing Krishna as, wow, my baby, he is going to be, oh, how is he going to be taken care? No, see, they started crying. And gopis also came, many gopis came. And all the gopas are also, yes, oh, okay, we have to protect Krishna. So they are all motherly affection. And the gopas who came, all right, Krishna is ready. Why? See, because they have seen so many demons were all killed by Krishna so many times. So they were happy. They were saying, yes, Krishna is going to kill them. So then some soldiers ran into Maharaj Kamsa to tell him about what happened. That bow broken too. And now they are coming here. So Kamsa was grinding his teeth in anger. He signaled Chanura and Mushika to quickly kill these two boys. Just then, Krishna and Baladeva, smiling like two lion cubs, reached the wrestling arena carrying the huge elephant tusk on their shoulders. Their bodies sprinkled with blood from the elephant and its keeper. They killed the elephant keeper also. Chanura and Mushika challenged the two brothers to wrestle by making gestures, like flexing their muscles, showing their muscles and display their power and strength. Sri Krishna suggested that he and Balaram fight with wrestlers. There was objection also started. Saying, oh Kamsa, how is it possible? There are two small boys. How can you really, there is no match. With these powerful wrestlers, how are you making these babies? Kind of. They are thinking these small boys too really, it's not match at all. But then Kamsa was telling, oh, no, they are not ordinary. They were actually, they really killed my demons that I was sending, Putana, these, all those, so many asuras I sent, he killed everybody. So no, that's the match. That finally what happened was, they killed Chanura and Mashtika, everybody fried, everybody finished. Then Krishna really charged like that, gone onto the throne where Kamsa was sitting, but he was very sad because wrestlers already died. And Krishna just hold, cut the hair of Kamsa. And just pulling him out on the floor. And then he just jumped on him, on his chest, and then he was doing blow. Killed. There are two things here. Why Krishna caught hold of the hair? The reason was, when Devaki remember when he was married to Vasudeva? That time when the Asariri said that, oh Kamsa, you are going to be killed by the child of your own sister. That time, the Kamsa caught hold of Devaki's hair. That is why now Krishna is pulling him out by hair. And then, why he just got on Kamsa and put all his weight. And he already died right there. So much of weight he put because he is such a weight. So all the Brahmandas, everything, how many, millions of Brahmandas are in his, coming from the pores of Mahavishnu, who is his Amsa. Why he punished that like that? Why? Because Kamsa punished Vasudeva once, because when he heard that the child was now out, he put stones on him when he came to know about that he took Krishna outside Mathura and gave, and left there in Gokul. So the picture at the bottom right is called Kamsathila, where Kamsa was killed. After killing Kamsa, Krishna and Balaram rested at the Vishrama Ghat, as I told before. All right? So that, let us conclude here today. So you got at least few of the thing about the highlights of this holy place called Mathura. But usually when we visit Vrindavan, This is the place that we see first. But this place is not for the Raganugas. For Raganuga, we do not deal with this Vasudeva Krishna, Dwaraka Krishna, or Dwarakeshwara, or no. Raganuga Bhaktas are very, very high. They have no taste in these kind of things. And that is what, okay, now it's tomorrow, next week, we will do, what is the next one I said? Mathura, then Vrindavana, Govardhana, and then Radhakunda. But again, I cannot go to some extent. There is a limit there, because these are all going to be recorded, I hope, yes, and it's going to be published. So we do not want to publish anything related to Ragatmika, Raganuga. So that is why all the classes, what we are doing so far, no. Because Raganuga is the jewel of everything. Vaiti Bhakti is everybody has Vaiti Bhakti, not a problem. So with that, here we went the virtual parikrama of the Holy Dham, Mathura Dham. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.